Next up I have, also from Arrow Video USA, is Cruising. This is with Al Pacino in it, and it's from 1980, and this is a film by William Friedkin, not really sure how you say it, but this is about this killer going around in New York City, going into these S&M club bars, and he's, killing people. And so Paul Sorvino is this cop, and he sends in this rookie who's played by Al Pacino, and it's named Steve Burns, and he sends him in undercover to try and find out who the killer is. And this is like a totally different world. It's not I think it's his first assignment. It's like his first undercover big deal kind of thing, and he wants to please the the boss and everything. And the way the cops do things in this movie is very not right. Yeah, there's the tactics they have are very would not fly nowadays. You know what I mean? But anyway, he goes in undercover to try to find out who the killer is, and it's like totally different from his world because he's not into S&M. He has to learn about it. He has to learn about different things like different things like handkerchiefs, different colored handkerchiefs, in what side pocket in your back pocket, what they mean. And I'm not gonna say what they mean, but it's all sexual stuff, and it's basically like it's a gay S&M kind of thing, and he's totally straight. It's not his world, but he has to do what he can do, to blend in and convince everybody, and and he's a kind of built the way that the killer has like the specific type of person he's been killing, kind of like they all kind of like look the same, and Al Pacino has that build, so that's why he's getting sent undercover to do this. And it's amazing. It's a very young Al Pacino, obviously, but yeah, it was a different type of movie. I was not expecting it. I saw in the back, oh, it's a killer, he's going undercover, S&M bars, whatever. The movie's very out there, but it was shot very well, and it was entertaining. I liked it. I liked the movie. I'm honestly not gonna say I would watch this like over and over again or anything, but I didn't think it was that bad. Like I'm okay with that. I saw it. I thought it was pretty decent. Some of the music was pretty good. The dance scene in this, they get very aggressive dancing. One guy, I think it's because everybody wants to get with him, and he's just like, no, not tonight, not tonight. And then the one guy gets him to dance with him. So Al Pacino, you could tell he's very he's very uncomfortable, and he kind of like does this like weird dancing kind of thing, and he's dancing with him, and then he's like looking around, he's seeing all this stuff going on, and then he starts huffing stuff in a handkerchief. He starts to loosen up more, then he smiles. This guy's all that he's dancing with all smiles, and everybody's so sweaty and gross, and he's all happy, I think, because he finally got this guy that everybody wanted to dance with him. And Al Pacino starts dancing real aggressive like, and it's just so weird. It's a weird scene, but it's like my favorite scene in the movie. Very, very strange. But one thing I would say, they probably give away who the killer is a little too soon in this movie. Same thing with Alice, Sweet Alice. You find out, everything way too soon, and there's still more of the movie to go. And I don't like that. I like finding the last scene, Scooby-Doo ending, pull the mask off, or who's the killer. And they kind of, do that in this. They reveal too soon of who it is, because it could be anybody in this, because everybody, there's a lot of weirdos in this that have bad reputations and stuff like that, and they're all in S&M, so it's all violent kind of stuff. I mean, violent to me, to them it's pleasure. It's not my world, but whatever. But yeah, I thought the movie was pretty decent though, and I know Mr. Parka had recommended this to me a while ago. I think he said about when this comes out, or if it comes out, or something like, you should see it. You'd like it. And I did. I liked it. Shayna watched it. She liked it. It was good. And William Friedkin also did The Exorcist and The French Connection. Never saw The French Connection, but we all seen The Exorcist. And that's, some people think is the scariest thing in the world. I don't. I get it. It's freaky. But I don't think it's a scary thing. But that's another movie. But anyway, yeah, looked good, sounded good. This is a brand new restoration with a 4K scan on the original camera negative. And it was supervised by William Friedkin. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. Frederick. I'm going to say Frederick. It looks like Frederick. But, yeah, there's not a ton of special edition contents, but it says it's all director approved. So he saw, like, you know, he saw behind this, like, he wanted, this is what I want. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I liked it. And it was weird, too, was seeing a young Al Bundy was in this. And I'm blanking on his real name. Ed O'Neill. Young Ed O'Neill was in this. It was like, that's Ed O'Neill. Paul Sorvino's in this. And, you know, it was some people that you've seen, but they're like young, really young. And like I said, the tactics of the cops would not fly. In fact, I don't know how they definitely wouldn't have flown back then, but I don't know how it was back then. You know, I was just born in 1980, but the tactics of the cops in this were wow. Like, that's not going to work out, you know. And then you had I don't remember his name, but it was the guy who played in Maniac. He was the main guy. I'm totally blanking on his name. He was a cop in this, and so was the gas man in Dumb and Dumber. I'm horrible with names. I'm good with faces, but I'm horrible with names. They were both cops in this, and it was just weird to see the parts that they had. There's a lot of people in this that I've never seen play these type of roles that, you know, did a great job. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, now I'll show you, you know, the rest of this. And here we have a slipcover here, you know, with the same artwork underneath. Again, love these slipcovers. It's just something about them. They're pretty solid and they're very nice. It's just, some of them have a texture to them, like this one doesn't, but some of them really do. Some of them have the glossiness and that, but you know, they do a good job with these slipcovers. I just think instead of just this, I think it looks nicer and feels nicer. But that's that. And then you got this here, and on the inside, all you have is a booklet and the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray is region A. And like I said, here's the artwork that you get in the front, but then you get this reversed artwork, and it's the same color scheme, different obviously picture. I definitely like the new one better. This one better, I should say. I don't even know if it's new or what. It doesn't say who did it or who made the artwork, who's responsible for it, but I definitely like this one better, because that's like they're watching like some pornographic movie, and then that's like the killer's hand with the knife that he uses. So that's, you know, a cool part of the movie. Well, this is just you know. But yeah, I definitely like this one better. I also watched this with captions on, and the captions were good, sounded good, looked good. So yeah, I definitely would say check this one out. It's worth a watch at least one time. You know, it's a pretty cool who's the killer kind of movie, you know. And Al Pacino does a good job in this, you know. It's always cool to see Al Pacino in a movie, especially young Al Pacino. But yeah, it's definitely a different type of movie. So yeah, that's Cruising.